Are you going to sing the national anthem? Huh? No. It's going to go live. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please find your seats, please? We're about to begin. Did you turn the... No, the volume. Use it. Question. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start, so if you could find your seats, please. Did someone leave a phone up here? Albert, you know whose phone this is? Seda, you know whose phone this is? Anybody leave a phone up here? Oh. All rise.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. This Circuit Court of the 11th Judicial Circuit in and for Miami-Dade County is now in session. The Honorable Judge Nucius Safety presiding. All persons having business before this court, come nigh and you shall be heard. God save the United States of America and this honorable court.
Thank you, Lair. We got a rowdy crowd here today. Good afternoon, family, friends, guests here and in our overflow rooms and out there on our YouTube channel. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to the investiture of the Honorable Diana Vizcaino as Circuit Court Judge of the 11th Judicial Circuit of Florida. Please remain standing. As you all, many of you know, Albert Seda, who is Judge Vizcaino's husband, is a longstanding member of the Miami-Dade Police Benevolent Association. And today we welcome the Miami-Dade Police Honor Guard to join us for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Judge Vizcaino's very cute children, 5-year-old twins. They've been ready for this, I can tell. Daniela and Dominic Seda.
Dominic. You want to use that one? All right, you use that one. You use this one. Ready?
Let me see their faces.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Huh?
I know we don't usually clap for the pledge, but I think we can clap for this one. And thank you very much to the Honor Guard. Please retire the colors. And now, as we continue to remain standing, please welcome our very own County Court Judge, Carlos Gomez, Judge Vizcaino's friend and colleague from the Domestic Violence Division, to lead us in the invocation.
I hope this, yeah. Okay. Chief Judge, family, friends of Judge Vizcaino, distinguished guests, colleagues, and my dear friend. About a year and a half ago, Judge Vizcaino paid me tribute by coming and swearing me into office. And you pay me a great honor today. I've come to know Judge Vizcaino over the years, and as I was thinking about the comments of this morning, there's words that come to mind when it comes to describing her. One is humility, kindness, but I think the word that raised to the top was empathy. I don't know of any other person, candidly, that has a bigger heart and a more selfless personality than my dear friend. And already? And so it is truly my privilege to be here today and celebrate this day with you. In this gathering, I ask all of you, in all of your respective faiths, to kindly bow your heads at this moment so that we may offer a prayer. Heavenly Father and Lord, we give you thanks and praise for this day. We ask, Father, that you descend your abundant blessings and spirit upon this gathering and upon your servant and our sister, Judge Diana Vizcaino. We pray, Lord, that you shower her with your protection. Dilate her heart, mind, and spirit with wisdom, patience, and discernment. Bless her always with intrepidness and adherence to the rule of law and a thoughtful temperament for all those who appear before her. Grant her the courage that honors and values all persons, regardless of ethnicity, social class, or personal background. We give thanks for all those who impacted her life and harbored within her an abiding respect for the law and a sense of justice. Lord, we pray that on this day you will descend down from heaven your inexhaustible fountain of graces and blessings upon your servant, Judge Vizcaino. May her investiture this day be a celebration and a continuation of a lifetime of judicial excellence and public service. May the Lord bless and keep you. May the Lord let his face shine upon you. May the Lord lift up his countenance and grant you peace now and forever. We ask all this in your most holy name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Everyone, please be seated. And big crowd today, and I have a lot of special guests to announce. We have from the City of Miami Attorney, Vicky Mendez. I know I saw her, there she is. I know, so Chief Judge Soto used to say, don't clap, and I gave up on that a long time ago, so just go ahead and clap for everyone. From the 3rd District Court of Appeal, our former colleague, Alex Spoker. Also from the 3rd DCA, our former colleague, Judge Monica Gordo. And I also see that Leslie Rothenberg, retired Chief Judge from the 3rd DCA, I believe she's here as well. From the Coral Gables Bar Association, President Vanessa Vasquez de Lara. From the Cuban American Bar Association, President Giselle Gutierrez. And past President Miriam Soler Ramos. She's here wearing a few hats today, but we'll give you more on that later. From the Florida Association of Women Lawyers, Miami-Dade chapter, we have Kayla Hernandez, Stephanie Graves. From the Miami-Dade Trial Lawyers Association, we have Alan Alvarez and Chris Drury. From the Florida Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers, we have Lauren Krasnoff. From the Miami Lakes Bar Association, we have Trinette Zarin. From Miami-Dade College and also from CABA, we have Javi Le Soto. Richard Cooper is the Executive Director of the Miami-Dade County League of Cities. The President of the Miami-Dade Police Benevolent Association, Stedman Stahl. Former City of Miami Commissioner Mark Sarnoff. Veronica Lopez Calleja, who's the, I think, president or future president or member. We're here representing the Miami-Dade Bar Young Lawyers section. Marie Mato, who is here as past president of Legal Prosecutors. Armando Aguilar, Assistant Chief of Police, City of Miami. Sean Cleary for Aboda. I saw Yasser Balloon, his name's on here, but I'm not sure who you're representing here. Is it Muslim Bar? Okay, Muslim Bar. And also Frank Marty, I know I saw him, and he's here. I'm not sure who he's representing, but Frank's a really great guy, so let's give him a round of applause. Amber Kornreich, who's here as president of the Miami-Dade Florida Association of Women Lawyers. David Greenwell, also here from the Police Benevolent Association. And if there's anyone I forgot, please, someone I'm sure is going to text me and let me know. And now, also here are our partners in our Greater Court family. On behalf of our Public Defender, Carlos Martinez, we have Rick DeMaria. On behalf of our State Attorney, Catherine Fernandez-Rundle, it says here it's Daisy Hernandez, but I'm looking and it's not Daisy. It looks to be Howard Rosen. On behalf of Regional Counsel, we have Sylvia Gonzalez. And on behalf of our Clerk of Courts, Juan Fernandez-Barquin, we have our good friend Luis Montaldo, General Counsel. And our internal VIPs supporting our day-to-day court operations with their expertise and wisdom. The judiciary is nothing without them. Our Chief Deputy Trial Court Administrator, Sandy Garcia. And James Rowley from our General Counsel's office. Our amazing AV team that's going to make this memorialized on the YouTube channel forever, so you can watch it again and again and again and see what you missed. And also Eunice Sigler, our Public Information Officer. Matthew Bodfield, the Deputy Public Information Officer. And last but not least, my bailiff, Larry Chester, and my judicial assistant, Kayla Ponte. So she's telling me I need to announce Justice Francis, but Justice Francis is also coming up later in the program, but I think she deserves 2 shout-outs. So from the Supreme Court, Justice Renatha Francis, who also very proudly was a member of our county court and our circuit court bench. So welcome home, Justice Francis. And apparently there's not one but 2 Schwartzes in the audience. I don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. Karen and Larry Schwartz. Welcome home to all of you. And if there's anyone else I missed, please send me a text, or Judge Vizcaino is going to tell me, I'm sure, too. And now for remarks on behalf of the Florida Bar, we have a current member of the Board of Governors, but the president-elect and former president of CABA, and a whole bunch of other wonderful superlatives that there's not time to announce. Roland Santos Medina.
Chief Judge Safey, Justice Francis, great to see you today. All the other judges, families and friends of Diana. Oh my gosh, my phone just went off. We're taking care of that first. I apologize. It gets louder and louder. We're here to celebrate this momentous day, and frankly, it's about time. I was looking back at when she was appointed. Justice Vizcaino was appointed to the bench in September of 2021. So she's a COVID judge, if you will. And so it's amazing, but thankfully we are here today to celebrate. I'm here on behalf of the Florida Bar. I bring greetings from President Westheimer. And while he was unable to make it here today, I'll get this right. Yeah, how about I just hold it, right? It is my honor and both my pleasure to be here on behalf of not only Scott Westheimer, but the entire Florida Bar and the Board of Governors, representing 110,000 members. Well, I've known Judge Vizcaino for a long time, and we have speakers that will address not only about her attributes and her accomplishments. It's a great way to get attention away from oneself and on somebody else. But thank you very much. Well, you're going to hear people talking about her accomplishments as a mother, certainly as a judge, as a lawyer, and a wife. I typically will call other judges and good friends and ask them their opinions on Judge Vizcaino. And bear with me because I have about 9 or 10, short little blurbs. You could probably guess what this one is. By far, one of my best hires. A judge's judge, all heart, always demonstrates grace under pressure, incredibly dedicated, incredibly talented, always puts everyone else before herself, treats everyone with fairness, committed public servant, someone you want in your foxhole. I thought it was interesting that they gave a war analogy, but maybe it is like that on the bench. Knowledgeable, dependable, reliable, and my favorite, the courts and the world would be a better place if there were more Dianas. I personally am also impressed with her dedication to public service, whether as a prosecutor, working for the EEOC, or the city of Miami. Public service is in her blood, and so I would say being married to police officer is kind of a form of public service as well, too. I've had the pleasure of knowing Diana for many years, and as many of you may know, I'm a transactional attorney, so I would never be before her, thankfully. But I mean in the criminal context, of course. But she always impressed me with her kindness. I think Judge Gammon said it correctly. I mean, as a human being, you just don't get any better. Her kindness, her compassion, always put a smile on my face. Empathy is frankly another word that I would use. And so all the boxes you would want as a human being are checked off. And of course, frankly, another shining example of a Cuban immigrant family coming to the United States, excelling and achieving the American dream. Frankly, I think it's about time that instead of being surprised by excellence coming from Hialeah, we should be expecting excellence from Hialeah at this point. In closing, I know Judge Vizcaino will continue to be a wonderful judge. She's been an incredible credit to the bench. You honor me by asking me to speak today as well, too. And so I know this is a beautiful day for you, but this honors me. So thank you very much. Godspeed, Judge.
Thank you. We also have from the Spanish American League Against Discrimination, Juan de Arce, I believe is the president. And now, without further ado, we have remarks on behalf of the Miami-Dade Bar Association, the president, Suzette Rusumano.
Good afternoon, everyone. Chief Judge Safey, members of the judiciary, the Honorable Diana Vizcaino, and family, friends, esteemed colleagues, I am honored to be here as president of Miami-Dade Bar Association and its members to be in this glorious ceremony for Judge Vizcaino. I reached out to some of her friends and colleagues, and as Judge Gammon said, the overwhelming and overarching theme of who Judge Vizcaino is kindness. Always well prepared. She knows the role that she has, and that with this responsibility comes the fact that it's just it's an absolute duty that she does not take for granted. She has been a servant to this city, to this county, as a state prosecutor, as a City of Miami attorney. She is a double Bobcat, which I'm very proud to say, St. Thomas University, not only for undergrad, but as a School of Law, and as an alumni, I'm proud of that as well. And some of the remarks from her friends, like former Chief Judge Soto, I was always amazed by her calm and professional demeanor. She was always prepared, fair, and just. In addition to her career success, I've seen her be a loving mother, daughter, friend, and wife. And to Judge Beovides, she's her rise and shine call. She calls her every morning, and it's Judge Vizcaino that gets her ready for the day and motivates her for the day. That is a true colleague. That's what they do for each other. She's no nonsense. She's professional. She's prepared. That's Judge Beovides. This is what we are thankful to have on our judiciary, on our Miami-Dade County bench. I am honored to be here to celebrate this with you. And on a personal note, I met Judge Vizcaino 18 years ago in a very exclusive social club for curvaceous women, AKA Weight Watchers. And she was a prosecutor. I was a first-year lawyer doing insurance defense work. And at that time, with two grown women, you don't expect to be able to have a friendship, especially in a place like Weight Watchers. You're kind of just like, please don't look at me. Don't let anybody know I'm here. And I met her, and exactly what everybody says. It was the kindness. I was so in awe of her. She was a state attorney. I always wanted to be a state attorney. And I never for 1 second am I surprised that I'm here. Well, I am surprised that I'm here speaking in her investiture, but not because of you, but because of me. I would never think that all those years later, I would be here in your investiture honoring you. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And we would love to, on behalf of the Miami-Dade Bar, present you with this Bible so that you can keep in your chain. And there's a little quote that I put in here. May you always listen courteously, answer wisely, consider soberly, and decide impartially. Congratulations.
And Suzette, well done. That was your first investiture.
Technically as president.
As president, yes, as president, that's what I meant. And also, I'm sorry, we didn't announce Assistant Dean Fernandez from St. Thomas. And now is the time for your judicial swag. So thank you, Assistant Dean Fernandez has given you, judging is a very deep endeavor, and you are now going to be hydrated. You got a whole bunch of fun stuff in here. It's also something where you need a lot of caffeine. There's caffeine in here. You can take notes. You're going to do all this as a proud St. Thomas alum. From the city of Miami, well, because she's a good Cuban girl, but also all of us in Miami have learned that you can't get through the day without your shot. So, representing. I'm going to start having you all unwrap this stuff ahead of time so it's not so dramatic. Okay, I think this is fall. Miami-Dade Fall, beautiful plaque. Spanish American League Against Discrimination. And now to go right next to your county court nameplate. You got the circuit court nameplate. 2 years, she had to wait for this one. And my understanding also is that Giselle Gutierrez is going to come and present you with something from CABA. Giselle, you want to step down? And you can go down there and get it if you want.
Good afternoon, Chief Judge Safey, judges of the 11th Judicial Circuit, Justice Francis of the 3rd District Court of Appeal, and Judge Vizcaino's family and friends who are here to celebrate this exceptional individual at this important ceremony. Today, I'm deeply honored to provide some remarks on behalf of the Cuban American Bar Association and reflect on the extraordinary person who holds a special place in Cabo's heart, Judge Diana Vizcaino. I first crossed paths with Judge Vizcaino over a decade ago when I had the distinct privilege of working alongside her on several of CABA committees, benefiting the CABA Pro Bono project. I could immediately tell, and evidence later proved, that Diana was reliable, diligent, hardworking, insightful, and fair-minded. One of the qualities, however, that stood out most profoundly was her unwavering dedication to mentorship and leadership. You see, Diana didn't merely put together fundraisers for pro bono and lead committee initiatives. She invested her time in building relationships that extended beyond the scope of our work. Her genuine commitment to supporting other lawyers, particularly young Hispanic lawyers, in their legal careers was and is nothing short of inspirational, and I to the value that you've provided to me in my career. Although done voluntarily, she didn't take this role lightly or this responsibility lightly. And perhaps it's because she's the first lawyer in her family, or perhaps it's rooted in her identity as the daughter of Cuban immigrants who sought freedom and opportunity in this wonderful country. However, what I can say with absolute certainty is that Diana has always possessed an innate passion for serving others and her community. While I can endlessly praise her virtues and those that make her the perfect choice for this esteemed position that she now holds, it is her profound passion for serving others that truly distinguishes her as an extraordinary judge. This commitment is not a mere facet of her work, it's the essence of her being. She strives for nothing less than ensuring that every individual who enters her courtroom is treated with the utmost respect and dignity. Her unwavering dedication to ensuring that all who seek justice leave her courtroom with the belief that the process was fair and just, and the very essence of what a judge should be. So today, as we witness Judge Vizcaino renewing her oath, we celebrate her remarkable journey and congratulate her. On behalf of the Cuban American Bar Association, we'd love to present you with your plaque as the Circuit Court Judge.
And I also believe Alan Alvarez is here with a gift from the Miami-Dade Trial Lawyers Association. Oh, that's nice. So nice.
Good afternoon, Judge Vizcaino. It's my pleasure to pronounce you one of the most wonderful judges of today. We have a gift for you from my wonderful men and women of the Miami-Dade Trial Lawyers that will be trying cases before you as well as the common judges.
We also have here with us today retired Judge Martin Zilber. And now for personal remarks on behalf of the judge's family and friends, please welcome someone who needs no introduction, our very own county judge, former administrative judge of the County Civil Division, queen of the North Dade Justice Center, and friend and mentor to Judge Vizcaino, Linda Singerstein.
Good afternoon, Chief Judge Safey, distinguished guests, family and friends of the incomparable Judge Diana Vizcaino. I'm honored and so touched that Judge Vizcaino asked me to be one of her speakers on this day in celebration of her. It's been said that in a court of justice, integrity speaks louder than words, and that is certainly true of Judge Vizcaino. Judge Vizcaino had a prestigious career with extensive experience in many areas of the law, even before taking the bench in 2015. She was the Labor Division Chief and Recruitment and Internship Coordinator for the City of Miami, handled civil matters for a private firm, and was Senior Trial Attorney for the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. I had an opportunity to speak with State Attorney Catherine Fernandez-Rundle about the time Judge Vizcaino spent as Assistant Chief in the Career Criminal Unit at the State Attorney's Office. Ms. Rundle is out of town and asked me to convey her admiration for Judge Vizcaino, who was exceptional as an Assistant State Attorney, and it was obvious to her that public service was her calling. But there's something that I think Ms. Rundle might not have been aware of, is that while Judge Vizcaino was assigned as an ASA in front of now Senior Judge Larry Schwartz, a certain corrections officer named Albert tried to get her attention time after time. But after many attempts, he finally charmed her, and the rest is history. He's turning red. And the rest was history. When Judge Vizcaino was appointed to the bench, I had the good fortune that while I was the Associate Administrative Judge for the County Court Civil Division, she was assigned to the North Day Justice Center. Having not met her before, I had no idea what to expect, but her warmth and enthusiasm made it easy for us to become fast friends. We spent many hours dissecting the interpretation of the law in a variety of civil cases. She had a practical and keen insight on how to solve complicated issues and gave great advice on how to manage difficult cases. I have the fondest memories at that time when Judge Vizcaino was an integral part of the North Dade family, taking an active role in Views from the Bench and Law Day, just to name a few of the community outreach programs at North Dade. The other judges at North Dade and the lawyers who practiced before her quickly recognized her intelligence and practical and fair application of the law, no matter what kind of case she handled. But Judge Vizcaino is more than just a great judge. She is beautiful, inside and out, with a good heart, always thinking of how she can make others feel appreciated. She was a terrific colleague and always ready and willing to participate in making North Dade a special place, especially during the holiday season, where she insisted on organizing and serving holiday breakfasts along with the other judges in the early morning for the clerks and court staff in recognition of their hard work. She made sure that there was a collegial and warm relationship with all who worked at the courthouse. After solidifying her stellar reputation in the civil division, she made the decision to join the domestic violence division, and our loss was that division's gain. There, she continued to handle sensitive matters with thoughtfulness, professionalism, and grace. Since that time, Judge Vizcaino was elevated to the circuit court bench and served in the criminal and now the family division. Her colleagues and administrative judges all confirmed that Judge Vizcaino is dedicated to the fair application of the law and has an even temperament. Her work ethic is second to none, scheduling and hearing cases on an expedited basis throughout her lunchtime, which is greatly appreciated by litigants in family cases where the well-being of children is of the utmost importance. One of Judge Vizcaino's most endearing qualities is that she is the eternal optimist, keeping her sense of humor in just about every situation. Her mantras are, one day at a time, think positive, glass half full. And let me tell you, it's kind of hard to feel down after getting a pep talk from Judge Vizcaino. She is the ultimate great friend and colleague, but nothing has brought her greater joy than spending time with her family. She's a devoted wife, daughter, and loving mother to her precious twins, and she's even included me in the family as Tia Linda. Judge Vizcaino is the embodiment of what we all want in a great jurist, and she will continue to make us all proud of her service on the bench. Congratulations, my friend, and God bless.
And now for further personal remarks on behalf of the judge's family and friends, please welcome esteemed attorney from Holland and Knight, past president of the Cuban American Bar Association and former city attorney for Coral Gables, and just friend of Judge Vizcaino, Miriam Soler Ramos.
Good afternoon, everyone. May it please the court, Chief Judge Safey, members of the bench, my dear friend, Judge Vizcaino. Before I begin my remarks, I like to address things kind of head on and, take care of the elephant in the room. So I'm not Giselle. Giselle's not Miriam. Yes, we're wearing the same dress. And we're going to have pictures to prove it. But what I love about it is, as we were laughing about it earlier today and being rambunctious as we were, Judge Vizcaino said that her late mom's favorite color was red. And so I think that that's really, really sweet and important and just commemorates this day even more. In 2015, I had the honor and pleasure of providing personal comments at Judge Vizcaino's investiture to the county court bench. And several months ago, she asked me to do so again. I was both surprised and incredibly honored. And so I set off to draft my comments, wondering what I would say these 8 years later, and secretly hoping that the passage of time will have blurred your memories as to what I said then. In all seriousness, speaking about Diana, my bestie and my twin, as we are often referred to and which has led to frequent confusion, comes easily. As there is so much I admire and appreciate about her, and I am so very fortunate to have her in my life, I know many of you here today feel exactly the same way. As I said then, Diana and I met 21 years ago. I know, impossible, we both look so young. But it's true, I swear. We met at the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office. And as many office alumni often say, all roads lead back to the Miami SAO. And I know that's true of many in this room today. It's a place where lifelong friendships begin. And that is true for Diana and I. Diana is slightly older than I and was ahead of me at the office. And while I eventually learned, just a little, well, I eventually learned of her charming personality, compassionate, kind heart, her loyalty, and her genius, that was not my first impression. Some members of my SAO class still joke about how scary Diana looked as she darted in and out of courtrooms each morning while leading the office's career criminal unit. How intimidating she seemed, always focused and assertive, and how a baby prosecutor never wanted to be taken aside by her. I quickly learned, though, that all of this was a product of her commitment to representing the people of the state of Florida to the best of her ability every single day. I learned that this demeanor was a product of how seriously she took the position and understanding the weight that it carried. And it was indicative of her professionalism and devotion to excellence, and it's in large part why we are here celebrating her today. Diana's devotion to her profession and the demands she has always placed on herself are what made her successful as a prosecutor at the EOC, in private practice, and as she rose through the ranks of the City of Miami City Attorney's Office. These attributes are what made her a superb county court judge and have led to her elevation and success on the circuit court bench. Understanding her deep sense of responsibility and commitment to hard work and excellence is easy if you've ever had the pleasure of meeting Diana's father, Carlos, and her late mother, Maricel. In meeting them, you would quickly understand the origin of her character and work ethic. Carlos and Maricel, like so many of our parents and grandparents, immigrated from Cuba, seeking opportunity and freedom. Carlos worked tirelessly as a security supervisor to support their family and allow Maricel to stay home and raise their children, Charles and Diana. Both will tell you that many Hialeah school children were shuttled around in Maricel's minivan. Diana attended St. John's Catholic School and Monsignor Pace High School, and not veering too far from home or from her faith, she attended St. Thomas University for undergrad, as you've already heard, and for law school, where today her face graces one of their campus flags, a public expression of how very proud she has made her alma mater. But not nearly as proud as she has made her parents. Carlos, felicidades de nuevo por todos los logros de Diana, pero más importante por la persona que es. Congratulations to her entire family. And while Maricel is not physically present with us today, I am 100% confident that she is very much with us in spirit, watching Diana from heaven each day with a smile from ear to ear. She lived for her children, and they for her. And while she passed from this earth too early, Diana lost her best friend, and I know how difficult this is for her to celebrate this accomplishment without her mom sitting in this room today. But amiga, know that she is very much here and filled with pride. In the 8 years since my best friend was appointed by Governor Scott to serve our county, she has made us proud beyond belief. She has displayed her legal acumen, devotion, work ethic, sincerity, patience, and heart. And while she excelled in her role as a county court judge, her dream of becoming a mother also came true, with the birth of her twins, Dominic and Daniela. These two precious humans who started kindergarten last month have filled her days with utter joy, laughter, and, well, exhaustion. Diana has approached motherhood with the same devotion and intensity that she approaches everything in life. She is a real-world superwoman, making sure that in the same day she administers justice fairly, she has the perfect outfits for Dominic and Daniela to celebrate the 100th day of school. Dominic and Daniela, mommy loves you very much, and you are her world. And throughout most of this story, Diana has been supported by her husband, Albert, a law enforcement officer and public servant himself. Congratulations. Congratulations on this special day, Albert, and thank you for always supporting her. Because Diana is so many things to so many people, I reached out to some of her closest friends to tell us why Diana is important to them. And it seems like that's a thread that's been throughout today. We all feel like we had an opportunity to speak, but so many people want to say how important Diana is. Christina Escobar, SAO alum and one of her closest friends, said about Diana, Diana is good-hearted, loyal, and loving. She is also strong-willed and always aims to do the right thing. She values honesty and trust, which go to the core of good friendships. Judge Vizcaino is intelligent, caring, efficient in her administration of justice. She strives for fairness and listens attentively to the people in her cases. She always rules with a fair hand and for the sake of justice. The community and the bench are extremely lucky to have her. A tremendous asset she is. Victoria Mendez, SAO alum and former boss at the city attorney's office, and of course, dear friend of Diana's, said, when you think of the words to describe Judge Vizcaino professionally, you think grace under pressure, a true public servant, extremely intelligent, uniquely humble. When you think of words to describe her personally, you think superwoman, best mother ever, caring daughter, awesome big sister, endearing wife, and to many of us, most loyal and trustworthy friend. Judicial colleague and treasured friend Judge Carlos Guzman said about Diana, Judge Vizcaino has been the consummate public servant in her 20-plus years since becoming a member of the Florida Bar. In her current judicial role, she is in the front lines of those cases dealing with children and families, and sometimes the most vulnerable. But more important, she is a daughter, a sister, a mother, and the spouse of a law enforcement officer, a job which is unheralded and oftentimes underappreciated. To me, she is the dearest of friends, and I am so happy for her and her family on this day. Diana, God bless you, Albert, and the rest of your family, and congratulations on your appointment to the circuit bench. We as a community are better for it. Charles, Diana's little brother, said, my sister's always putting others first. She is a very selfless person and at the same time strong and firm. No doubt this is one of the reasons she is a wonderful judge. Annette, Diana's oldest friend, said, when I was 11 years old, God sent me a life sister, and she's been by my side ever since. Her love and support are constant, unconditional, and uplifting. That is who she is. She's an inspiring and amazing woman, and I am grateful to have her in our lives. Congratulations, Perry. Finally, the center of her life, the twins, had this to say about their mom. Dominic said, Mommy is great because I love her with all my heart. And Daniela said, Mommy is great because she makes things with love.
And she makes food with all my heart.
That's right.
And I love you. And I love also. Me too.
Be great. And And I have no doubt that we could be here until next week hearing about from the judge's family and friends and colleagues and the twins about how exceptional their mom is, how exceptional she is as a jurist and as a person, what a stellar lawyer she was, about her unconditional devotion to her babies, and how she simply makes our lives in this county better. I am so incredibly fortunate to have you in my life, amiga. And while I am not at all surprised, I am beyond proud. I love you and Godspeed.
Anyone know any jokes? Now is the time for the swearing in, but we gotta wait for a little 5-year-old bathroom break, so. Any questions and answers? Any singing? Yeah, it's okay. Don't be sorry. Anyone I forgot to mention who'd like to stand up now and talk to us for a little while? No? Yay! All right. And now for the oath of office and robing, I'd like to ask Justice Francis to please join Judge Vizcaino and her family at the podium for the oath. Welcome back up Daniela and Dominic, and please bring your dad down too. As you all have heard, Albert Seda, who's most of us know because all roads don't just lead back to the SAO, but back to the REG building. So it's like old home week in here. And Albert took care of many of us as a corrections officer, and then he left us and went out to the City of Miami Gardens Police Department. So come on down, wrangle those kids, please. And yeah, go. You can go this way. Do you want to go this way? She get the oath? What do you think? There, where's the mic? Where's the mic? Oh. Sorry. I think I broke it. No? Thank you. Look, we're gonna stand over here.
Now the best part, right?
Dominic.
The most nerve-wracking part.
Dominic. Over here, but. Okay, here.
Repeat after me. I, say your name,
I, Diana Vizcaino,
do solemnly swear
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution and government of the United States of America
the Constitution and government of the United States of America
and of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
and that I will well and faithfully perform
the duties of judge
of
the circuit court
of the 11th Judicial Circuit
of the 11th Judicial Circuit
of the state of Florida,
of the state of Florida,
on which
I am now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Everyone please be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. Chief, Justice Francis, colleagues, family, friends. I'm in awe of this turnout, frankly. I thought there were going to be tres gatos here, 3 cats. But I'm truly blown away. Thank you for taking the time out of your workday, out of your Friday, to be here with me and showing me your support. Thank you. I would like to begin by thanking Governor DeSantis for my elevation to the Circuit Court and the opportunity to continue to be able to serve the people of the state of Florida now in this capacity. I would like to also thank the governor's 2021 General Counsel, James Utmeyer, and his office for their consideration and their recommendation. To the members of the 11th Judicial Circuit Judicial Nominating Commission, thank you for your countless hours of service. It's certainly something that we all recognize, and it does not go unnoticed. Thank you. In particular, to the, sorry, I was trying real hard, to the 21 JNC members, Robert Fernandez, Walter Harvey, Hayden O'Byrne, Jesus Suarez, Pedro Allende, Miranda Soto, Scott Diamond, Bob Pardo, and George Mestre. Thank you so much for your nomination and for your trust in me. Thank you. A special recognition for our honor guard today. What a special treat. Thank you to the South Florida Police Benevolent Association, President Stedman Stahl, for your executive officers and my dear friend, Christina Escobar, one of your assistant general counsels. Thank you so much, not just for your support of me, but for your service to this community and to the men and women of law enforcement. Thank you. I would like to thank our bar leaders, our bar organizations that are here. Thank you. You all have supported me since day one, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you for your service and for being here celebrating with us. Thank you. Roland, thank you so much for those kind words on behalf of the Florida Bar. I love you too. And I'm sure I speak on not just my behalf, but on behalf of all of us that are here. We are so proud of you and your accomplishments. And go get them and keep making the 305 proud. Thank you. Suzette, thank you so much for those beautiful words on behalf of the Miami-Dade Bar. Can you believe it? Those 2 girls chatting it up at a Weight Watchers meeting would end up here. And look at us now. Look at us now. Congratulations to you as the first Cuban American woman president of the Miami-Dade Bar. May you continue to lead with grace. Judge Gamis, wow. What a powerful and meaningful invocation, my friend. You truly are a scholar and a gentleman. And what I most admire about you is your dedication to your faith and to your family. And I thank you for the honor that you gave me today and for your friendship. Thank you. Linda, Judge Stein, look at Linda. Thank you so much for those beautiful, beautiful words. Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, think that that girl that strolled into the North Dade Justice Center from Hialeah circa 2015 would end up becoming one of your besties? Did you ever think that? Well, look at us now. We kept our promise. Thank you to you for not just your friendship, but for your mentorship, not just to me, but every single one of us who started in the County Civil Division, not just in North Dade, but in the division. You have been a mentor to so many. You have been a mentor to so many, and we are all thankful for you. You are an incredible jurist and an incredible woman. Thank you. Miriam, my sister from another mister. That was beautiful. Thank you. And our relationship is so unique. And I'm so fortunate to have found someone that walks this earth, that can complete my sentences, knows what I'm going to say by just looking at me, who sometimes shows at events and she's either wearing the same exact nail color or a similar version. Thank you. Thank you for your friendship. You are a powerhouse. What I most admire about you is your unconditional way of loving people, the people that mean something to you. When anyone says, I need to do this, I need to do that, the first thing that comes out of your mouth is, let's do it, how do I do it, when do I start? And then in the blink of an eye, it's done. I don't know how you do it. But it's a testament to the type of woman you are, that you love deeply, you love unconditionally, and I'm so forever grateful and fortunate that I'm one of your people. Thank you. Justice Francis, thank you so much for being here today, for traveling to give me the honor of administering the oath of office. You are truly an inspiration to so many, and I'm grateful that we have had special moments of things that we have shared, things that are not related to the law, but they're things that are related to our lives and things that we have shared in common. Thank you for this honor. I'm truly humbled by your presence, and your 11th Circuit family is so proud of you for all your achievements. I'll never forget the day you walked into North Dade taking over my division. It was a special day, and look at you now. We are all so proud of you. Keep making us proud. Thank you. Chief, you're probably wondering, how does she understand this chicken scratch? But I do. Bill and Julissa, my judicial assistant, Julissa Garrison, and my bailiff, Bill Dillard. Please stand, you deserve to be recognized. Thank you so much. You can have a seat. I know you don't like the attention. Thank you so much. We have been a great team since day one. It's been 8 years. You have become an extension of me and my family. You are the two hardest working people that I know. You open up that courthouse at 6:30 in the morning, whether it's the REG, the Lawson, or North Dade. Julissa, you work countless hours. And I must say, I get nervous every time I attend a function and a lawyer compliments you. I think they're gonna poach you. So please don't leave. You have supported my every decision. Every time I've mentioned to you both, I'm thinking of switching divisions, you both respond the same, and it's whatever makes you happy, we will be there with you. And I can't thank you enough. I'm incredibly grateful and blessed to have that. Thank you for your hard work, your dedication. And your loyalty. So when I was elevated to the circuit bench 2 years ago, my first assignment was the Circuit Criminal Division. And I was nervous about it. I hadn't been in the REG in quite some time, but I must say it felt like wearing an old pair of shoes that just felt right. To the Circuit Criminal Administrative Judges, Andrea, I think you're here, Dela O, and Tink, thank you so much. You all were there for me. You covered calendars when I was going through the hardest time of my life. You never asked questions. You said, what can we do? We're here to help you. And you did. I'll never forget that. Thank you. Thank you. To my new assignment, the family division, Sam and many of my division that's here, thank you for welcoming me with open arms. To the family bar that's here, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, in Division 2, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. You also made a tough time a bit easier. Thank you. It's truly an honor to be able to serve amongst you all. Thank you. I'm trying to get my chicken scratch in order here. Thank you. To my family, thank you all for being here. My brother, my tias, my cousins, thank you for taking time off work, leaving work early. For those, my family that's watching on live stream, Marcy, Ellie, and Jackie, thank you all for loving me and for supporting me and believing in this Hialeah girl who had big, big dreams. Thank you. Papo, my other cousin who's in the audience, thank you for being here. And Manny, of course, you're an extension of us too. To my friends, I'll start with my morning call rotation that begins at approximately 7:15 a.m. every morning. Vicky, Linda, Miriam, Sandy, Betty Bond, thank you, Annette, who's watching on live stream. Thank you for always supporting me, for always being that ear that listens when I need to vent. Thank you, and for taking the calls at 7:15 a.m. when most people are probably still in bed. Thank you. I love you all, and I'm truly grateful for these long-term friendships. Albert, thank you for giving me the greatest gift of all, and it's those two miracle babies that we prayed for and wanted for so long. Thank you for encouraging me to have this moment here today. Chief, thank you too. You also encouraged me, as did my friends, to have this moment, which almost didn't happen. Thank you for being my partner in life and raising these beautiful children. And who would have ever thought that those cafecitos that you would take to the courtroom outside Judge Soto's courtroom would lead to this? Thank you, and I love you. People, todo lo que yo he logrado ha sido gracias a ti y a mí misma. Yo sé que los últimos 2 años han sido difíciles, pero aquí estamos, ella siempre va a estar con nosotros y yo estoy muy orgullosa y siempre estaré orgullosa de ser tu hija. Gracias por todo lo que tú y mami hicieron por mí y por Charlie. Gracias, te quiero muchísimo. Dominic and Daniela, that was the best Pledge of Allegiance I've ever seen. You did a great job. Today is for you. This moment, this event is happening because of you. I wanted you to see this, to experience this. I want you to look around this room, and I want you to see that hard work, believing in yourself, having people who believe in you and support you, help make dreams come true, because it did for your mommy. I love you both, and you're my babies forever, and I love you to infinity and beyond, beyond, beyond. 8 years ago, I stood here. Actually, I stood there giving my personal remarks, sharing with you all about my beginnings, how I began my legal career and my pathway to the bench. Today, I stand before you a different person. Someone who's perhaps a bit older, the opposite of a bit lighter, but someone who has gained life experiences that have given me a deeper sense of appreciation of family, of community. Thank you to my kinder moms that are here. It means a world to me, and I'm so looking forward to raising my children alongside you all and your kids. Thank you for being here. A deeper sense of service, friendship, and so much more. Thank you again to all of you for being here, for encouraging me, for supporting me, for loving me, and this is the honor of a lifetime to be able to serve the people of Miami-Dade County, and I hope to continue to do it for as long as you allow me to do it. Thank you.
So what Diana said is true. 2 years ago, when she was elevated, I'd only been chief a short while, and we were 22 investitures behind, and I kept coming back to her because you go in order of seniority to schedule, and I kept saying, do you want to do this? And she kept saying, no, I don't think I need another one, and I kept encouraging her to do it. And I wanted her to do it for all the reasons you can imagine, but I also wanted to do it because I remembered 8 years ago seeing Albert just an emotional, gushy mess, and I wanted to see that again, and it was beautiful. The minute she said Albert, I looked over, and there it was. But that really is, it's what makes these things more and more beautiful. And the kids have obviously been something that you didn't have 8 years ago, and now they're here, and it makes everything even more personal and special. So with that, I think everyone has said it, and it comes true. When I've known Diana, I guess since you started, because I was already at the PD's office. And a true measure of somebody who's really cut out for this job is when everyone in the building thinks highly of them. And everyone in the building thought highly of Diana when she was a prosecutor. And I can say that because I was across the aisle as a public defender. And clearly corrections loved her too, right? But she really was well respected. And the same thing happened. She devoted 6 years to the county bench before elevating. And when she left the county bench, I know it was, obviously people were happy for her, but really, really sad to see her go. When she left REG as a judge, they were really, really happy for her, but really, really sad to see her go. And I know I'm getting lots of calls already from the family division lawyers saying, please tell me she's not moving in January. And I can't say for sure because we're not allowed to say it yet, but I don't think she'll be moving in January. You guys can hang on to her for a while longer. But that really is a measure of a judge when you're really beloved and respected by all walks of life. So with that, I want to thank you all for being here. On behalf of the judges and staff of the 11th Judicial Circuit of Florida, we appreciate your presence with us here this afternoon. For those of you that would like to greet the judge and her family, please come forward, and you're going to go out to your right. Court's in recess.
It's done. It was beautiful. It was, I'm glad I did. It was beautiful. Thank you. This is exactly. I know. He's like, I love you, and I love you more. Hey, buddy.
Well done.
Did you say hi to the chief? Say hi, chief.
So, Diana, one picture.
Thank you.